Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Leave behind empty. Move out of. Excrete or discharge from the body. Needing nourishment. After skipped lunch, the men were empty by supper time. Devoid of significance or force. Empty promises. Become empty or void of its content. A container that has been emptied. Emptied of emotion. After the violent argument, he felt empty. Holding or containing nothing. An empty glass. Make void or empty of contents. Remove. A feeling of extreme emotional intensity. Leave behind empty. Move out of. Stop maintaining or insisting on, of ideas or claims. He abandoned the thought of asking for her hand in marriage. Leave someone who needs or counts on you. Leave in the lurch. The trait of lacking restraint or control. Reckless freedom from inhibition or worry. She danced with abandon. Give up with the intent of never claiming again. Forsake, leave behind. We abandoned the old car in the empty parking lot. Leave, a job, post, or position, voluntarily. She vacated the position when she got pregnant. Leave behind empty. Move out of. You must vacate your office by tonight. Cancel officially. Vacate a death sentence. Excrete or discharge from the body. Create a vacuum in, a bulb, flask, reaction vessel. Empty completely. Evacuate the bottle. Move out of an unsafe location into safety. After the earthquake, residents were evacuated. Move people from their homes or country. Lacking any legal or binding force. Null and void. An empty area or space. The huge desert voids. Excrete or discharge from the body. The state of non-existence. Declare invalid. Void a plea. Take away the legal force of or render ineffective. Clear, a room, house, place, of occupants or empty or clear, a place or receptacle, of something. The chemist voided the glass bottle. Containing nothing. The earth was without form, and void. Needing nourishment. Empty-bellied children. Remove the inner part or the core of. A small valley between mountains. He built himself a cabin in a hollow high up in the Appalachians. Remove the interior of. Hollow out a tree trunk. Devoid of significance or force. A hollow victory. A depression hollowed out of solid matter. A cavity or space in something. Hunger had caused the hollows in their cheeks. As if echoing in a hollow space. The hollow sound of footsteps in the empty ballroom. Lacking in substance or character. A hollow person. Not solid, having a space or gap or cavity. A hollow wall. Devoid of significance or force. Vacuous comments. Devoid of intelligence or thought. A vacuous mind. Devoid of matter. A vacuous space. Remove, cargo, people, etc., from and leave. Electrical conduction through a gas in an applied electric field. Free from obligations or duties. Go off or discharge. Eliminate, a substance. The termination of someone's employment, leaving them free to depart. Pronounce not guilty of criminal charges. Cause to go off. Release from military service. A substance that is emitted or released. Any of several bodily processes by which substances go out of the body. The discharge of pus. The act of discharging a gun. The act of venting. The pouring forth of a fluid. Become empty or void of its content. A formal written statement of relinquishment. Complete or carry out. Discharge one's duties. Pour forth or release. Discharge liquids. Remove the charge from. The sudden giving off of energy. Usually followed by, for, extremely desirous. Hungry for recognition. Feeling hunger. Feeling a need or desire to eat food. A world full of hungry people. Having no meaning or direction or purpose. A meaningless endeavor. Producing no result or effect. Having no meaning or direction or purpose. Very tired. Drained of electric charge, discharge. Left the lights on and came back to find the battery drained. Emptied or exhausted of, as by drawing off e.g. water or other liquid. A drained marsh. Wrongfully emptied or stripped of anything of value. The robbers left the looted train. Deprived of life, no longer living. A lifeless body. Destitute or having been emptied of life or living beings. After the dance, the littered and lifeless ballroom echoed hollowly. Lacking animation or excitement or activity. It was a lifeless party until she arrived. Not having the capacity to support life. A lifeless planet. Having a shiny surface or coating. Glazed fabrics. Used of eyes, lacking liveliness. His eyes were glazed over with boredom. Fitted or covered with glass. Four glazed walls. Of foods, covered with a shiny coating by applying e.g. beaten egg or a sugar or gelatin mixture. Glazed donuts. A Caucasian. United States writer noted for his humorous essays, 1899 to 1985. United States architect, 1853 to 1906. A tributary of the Mississippi River that flows southeastward through northern Arkansas and southern Missouri. Usually in the plural, trousers made of flannel or gabardine or tweed or white cloth. Anemic, looking from illness or emotion. Lips white with terror. Restricted to whites only. Under segregation there were even white restrooms and white drinking fountains. Marked by the presence of snow. A white Christmas. The white part of an egg. The nutritive and protective gelatinous substance surrounding the yolk consisting mainly of albumin dissolved in water. She separated the whites from the yolks of several eggs. United States educator who in 1865, with Ezra Cornell, founded Cornell University and served as its first president, 1832 to 1918. Turn white. This detergent will whiten your laundry. Of a surface, not written or printed on. Wide white margins. Australian writer, 1912 to 1990. Glowing white with heat. White flames. The quality or state of the achromatic color of greatest lightness, bearing the least resemblance to black. United States jurist appointed Chief Justice of the United States Supreme Court in 1910 by President Taft. Noted for his work on antitrust legislation, 1845 to 1921. United States political journalist, 1915 to 1986. Of hair, having lost its color. The white hairs of old age. Being of the achromatic color of maximum lightness, having little or no hue owing to reflection of almost all incident light. As white as fresh snow. Benevolent, without malicious intent. That's white of you. Board games, the lighter pieces. Free from moral blemish or impurity, unsullied. In shining white armor. Of coffee, having cream or milk added. Of or belonging to a racial group having light skin coloration. Voting patterns within the white population. Of summer nights in northern latitudes where the sun barely sets. White nights. Void of intelligence or thought. A vacant mind. Without an occupant or incumbent. The throne is never vacant. Having only essential or minimal features. A stripped new car. Having everything extraneous removed including contents. With clothing stripped off. Wrongfully emptied or stripped of anything of value. Wrongfully emptied or stripped of anything of value. People returned to the plundered village. Having been robbed and destroyed by force and violence. Wrongfully emptied or stripped of anything of value. A blank gap or missing part. Complete and absolute. Blank stupidity. A blank character used to separate successive words in writing or printing. Of a surface, not written or printed on. Blank pages. A cartridge containing an explosive charge but no bullet. A piece of material ready to be made into something. Keep the opposing, baseball team from winning. Not charged with a bullet. A blank cartridge. Without comprehension. When I called her name, she gave me a blank look, as though she didn't know me. Apart from anything else, without additions or modifications. Only the bare facts. Lay bare. Bare your breasts. Just barely adequate or within a lower limit. A bare majority. Providing no shelter or sustenance. Bare rocky hills. Lacking a surface finish such as paint. Bare wood. Lacking embellishment or ornamentation. having everything extraneous removed including contents. The bare walls. Not having a protective covering. A bare blade. Completely unclothed. Bare bodies. Make public. Lacking in magnitude or quantity. A bare livelihood. Lacking its natural or customary covering. A bare hill. Of ceramics, having the surface made shiny and nonporous by fusing a vitreous solution to it. Glassy porcelain. Used of eyes, lacking liveliness. A glassy stare. Resembling glass in smoothness and shininess and slickness. The glassy surface of the lake. Having acquired or gained nothing. The returned from the negotiations empty-handed. Carrying nothing in the hands. Make clean by removing dirt, filth, or unwanted substances from. The dentist cleaned my teeth. Free of restrictions or qualifications. A clean bill of health. Free from clumsiness, precisely or deftly executed. He landed a clean left on his opponent's cheek. Of a manuscript, having few alterations or corrections. A clean manuscript. Clean one's body or parts thereof, as by washing. Clean up before you see your grandparents. Not spreading pollution or contamination, especially radioactive contamination. A clean fuel. Completely, used as intensifiers. Clean forgot the appointment. Exhibiting or calling for sportsmanship or fair play. A clean fight. Remove unwanted substances from, such as feathers or pits. A weight lift in which the barbell is lifted to shoulder height and then jerked overhead. Of behavior or especially language, free from objectionable elements, fit for all observers. Good clean fun. Of a surface, not written or printed on. A clean page. Morally pure. Led a clean life. Free from impurities. Clean water. Of sound or color, free from anything that dulls or dims. Efforts to obtain a clean bass in orchestral recordings. Remove unwanted substances from. Clean and tidy up the house. She house cleans every week. Free from sepsis or infection. A clean, or uninfected, wound. Remove all contents or possession from, or empty completely. The boys cleaned the sandwich platters. In conformity with the rules or laws and without fraud or cheating. Be cleanable. This stove cleans easily. Deprive wholly of money in a gambling game, robbery, etc. The other players cleaned him completely. Free from dirt or impurities, or having clean habits. Children with clean shining faces. Free of drugs. After a long dependency on heroin, she has been clean for 4 years. Not carrying concealed weapons. Of a record, having no marks of discredit or offense. A clean voting record. Remove shells or husks from. Clean grain before milling it. Remove while making clean. Ritually clean or pure. thorough and without qualification. A clean getaway. Without difficulties or problems. A clean test flight. Come out of. Go away from a place. Move away from a place into another direction. Become invisible or unnoticeable. Get lost, as without warning or explanation. Go away from a place. Leave unchanged or undisturbed or refrain from taking. Leave it as is. Remove oneself from an association with or participation in. She wants to leave. Leave behind unintentionally. Produce as a result or residue. Transmit, knowledge or skills. Leave your name and address here. Put into the care or protection of someone. Leave your child in the nurse's care. Move out of or depart from. Leave the room. The period of time during which you were absent from work or duty. A 10 days leave to visit his mother. Be survived by after one's death. The act of departing politely. He took his leave. Go away from a place. At what time does your train leave? Leave or give by will after one's death. Make a possibility or provide opportunity for, permit to be attainable or cause to remain. This leaves no room for improvement. Act or be so as to become in a specified state. Go and leave behind, either intentionally or by neglect or forgetfulness. Have left or have as a remainder. 19-8 leaves 11. Permission to do something. She was granted leave to speak. Eliminate from the body. Kill in large numbers. Do away with. Terminate, end, or take out. Let's eliminate the course on Akkadian hieroglyphics. Dismiss from consideration or a contest. This possibility can be eliminated from our consideration. Remove, an unknown variable, from two or more equations. Remove from a contest or race. The cyclist has eliminated all the competitors in the race.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.